Hello and welcome everyone. This is a quick little core flow featuring heart shapes because it's fun and it's cute and hopefully it'll give us a little bit of challenge. I'm outside and it's kind of warm today and let's see how challenging this really is. Let's go ahead and lay down on the back and stretch your leg long. Just take a whole full body stretch before we start so we can get into nice good core working mood. So after we do that long body stretch, let's bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a big hug. And this is where we'll practice our first little bit of keeping our back flat on the ground. So what's important when we're doing these core moves, like when we have our back on the ground, is that we don't want to overarch or arch into the low back at all. So if you can, try to keep your low back. That means like all parts of your low back from your tailbone to the back of your ribs. We want to keep that flat on the mat just for safety and for effectiveness. All right, so let's go ahead and stretch the legs straight up. And we can roll the ankles out here a little bit if that feels good. And we'll look up between the toes. And what I want you to do is imagine that you've got like a little piece of chalk, whatever color you like. Obviously, I like the color yellow, so my chalk is yellow. So I'm going to take my yellow chalks in my hand. And I'm going to imagine this big sky chalkboard. And I'm going to make small hearts with my chalk. And just go and little heart shapes going out. So left and right foot are both working. So we're making a heart shape in the sky. Let's do this 10 times. We'll make these little small hearts. And when you're finished with your 10, let's come back to the center and keep holding your little chalks between your toes. And let's make the hearts a little bit bigger this time. So let's make twice the size of the initial heart with our feet chalk in the sky. Beautiful. Large sky hearts with the feet. And we'll do 10 of these here. And when you're through with your 10, just bring the feet right back on up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go for some a little difficulty now. So we're going to make the same heart, but this heart is upside down. So imagine somebody flipped the world or flipped you upside down, and we're going to make hearts go upside down. So we're going to keep holding those chalks between the toes. We're going to draw on our big sky chalkboard and make the hearts go upside down. We're going to take the legs out to the right and to the left and then up to meet in the center. So making a big heart in the sky. Let's do this 10 times as well. That's 3. That's 4. You guys know how to count. Beautiful. Let's come on up and just stretch. Stretch high into the sky, the feet. And let's go ahead and lower the feet down, knees into chest for a second. And then, let's bring the feet down to the earth. Now we're going to come into our bridge pose. So check it out. Make sure you can kind of graze your heels with your fingertips in your bridge. And that's right about where our feet should be. Feet are about hip width distance apart. And let's firm the shoulders and head into the back of the mat. And lift the hips on up into a nice bridge pose. If this feels great, you can stay right there in this bridge. So we're working on a little bit of lifting through the front body, stretching out the front body here. If you would like a challenge in this bridge, check this out. We're lifting up to our bridge. Let's extend the left heel out, straight out in front. Keep our weight on the right foot. All right, this is where it gets a little bit difficult again. Check it out. So we're going to make a little heart shape. We're going to put that chalk on our left toes. We're going to make a little heart shape right in front of us. And we'll go do that 10 times. So we're just drawing a little heart directly in front. This is going to be working into the lower abs and then into the butt. You might feel this in your glutes a little bit. Oh, it's rough. Ooh. Okay. When you're through with your 10, let's go ahead and come back down into a regular bridge. You can rest between sides if you need to. And take a pause if you need. Otherwise, let's go right into the right side. If you're feeling strong, let's go for it. All right, so stay lifted high. And let's start to move that right heel out toward the front of us. Let's put our chalk in between our toes and we'll draw 10 little hearts with the right foot. This is difficult. If you get tired, exhausted, need to take a pause, take a pause. Otherwise, keep going. Let's do 10 of these. 10 beautiful hearts in our bridge hearts. Beautiful. All right. Let's come on down. If you're exhausted, take a break. If you're ready for more, let's go for more. So let us come on up into a tabletop pose. Get there any way you feel works for you. And let's stretch out the feet. So let's send the right heel back and tuck the toes under, stretching out the heel and the glute for a minute. Oh, I just feel that nice stretch into the back of the heel. And let's do that on the other side just for a quick sec. Left heel goes out long, tuck the toes under, and we'll stretch. Just maybe rock a little bit back and forth in your table. Woo! All right, this is intense. Okay, last little bit here. Okay, let's come into that tabletop. And let's send our right heel out, straight out behind us. Cool. Flex your foot, toes pointing down. Let's start to draw heart shapes behind us. So this is going to be working lower core and your glutes quite a bit. So let's firm into the hands, shoulders. Let's look down and we'll make those 10 heart shapes with our heel. Take your time. There's no hurry. If it gets too much, take a break. See if you can complete that 10. Here we go. Great. Let's go ahead and come into our neutral tabletop again. Let's take a circle around with the hips and make a big circle. And then make the circle so big that you could even like come into like a little modified cobra, knees, chest, chin to stretch out the front of the core. All right, let's go ahead and come back and do that on the other side. So come right into your tabletop pose and let's do it. So right heel out to the straight back behind you, toes pointing down, and let's make our heart shapes. Take long breaths. There's no hurry. In fact, unfortunately, the slower we do some of these things, the more benefit we get from them, even though when it's difficult, sometimes we want to hurry through. So let's take that. Let's do our 10. And we're through. Slowly coming back. Let's take the knee down. Come back into your neutral tabletop pose. And let's start to do the circling of the hips again. So we'll make a big circle around. Imagine drawing a big circle with your bottom. And then we'll come back into that nice like cobra, stretching out the front of the body again. Beautiful. And let's come on back to meet in child's pose, where we'll end our core practice for today. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.